A Good Samaritan recently confronted a wanted felon in a Georgia laundromat. When things took a turn for the worse, he gave the punk a brutal surprise, and rightfully so. According to local news source WTVC, an unidentified Good Samaritan spotted a man he believed to be a wanted felon by the name of Sean Sisk at a laundromat on Tuesday, May 1, 2018. Fort Oglethorpe police said that the Good Samaritan recognized Sisk as a wanted man and called to report the sighting. When Sisk tried to leave the laundromat, there was an altercation between the two men, and things quickly went from bad to worse. According to Blue Lives Matter, Sisk was being sought by police for an armed robbery on April 24, 2018, at a Walgreens store in Fort Oglethorpe. The punk's luck was about to run out. Investigators from Fort Oglethorpe Police Department had released a photo of Sisk on their Facebook page while asking members of the public to call in and report any information as to Sisk's whereabouts. When the Good Samaritan noticed Sisk at the Wash Days Coin Laundry in Fort Oglethorpe, he contacted police and tried to engage Sisk in a conversation to keep him there until police arrived. I can't even imagine what was going through the Good Samaritan's head when he decided to engage Sisk, knowing that his own life was at risk. What started as a conversation quickly deteriorated into a heated confrontation, and that's when the Good Samaritan had to act. In this case, the Good Samaritan was armed and ready to protect himself, and that is exactly what he did. Fort Oglethorpe Police Chief Mike Helton said the confrontation resulted in the citizen firing 2 shots from their personal firearm at Mr. Sisk, while during the incident the citizen perceived they were endangered by Mr. Sisk's actions, according to Times Free Press. In my opinion, confronting a wanted felon is a pretty courageous act. The Good Samaritan had no idea that Sisk would threaten his well-being, but thanks to the fact that he was armed, Sisk got the shock of his life when the man shot him in the arm as he tried to drive away. According to police, Sisk drove the stolen pickup north into Tennessee, where he lost control of the truck and crashed outside a residence in East Ridge. The homeowner who saw Sisk crash outside their home called the police and waited for help. When officers arrived at the scene, it was approximately 7:20 a.m. Sisk was found with a gunshot wound to his arm and was immediately taken to a local hospital for treatment of his wound. Too bad for Sisk, the cops arrested him on numerous charges when he was released from the hospital. East Ridge Police Assistant Chief Stan Allen later told the Times Free Press that the truck Sisk had crashed was reported stolen. He was driving a Toyota truck that was stolen out of Chattanooga this past weekend, and it had some lawn equipment in it that we're trying to track down and see if that was stolen as well, the Times Free Press also reported that Chief J. Reed commented that Sisk had numerous outstanding warrants through several jurisdictions for offenses including vehicle thefts, robbery, felony evading arrest, burglary, and aggravated domestic assault. This punk was clearly no rookie. He was a seasoned criminal, and if it weren't for the quick thinking and preparedness of the Good Samaritan, Sisk would have gone on to victimize more innocent people in multiple communities. Police said that Sisk was also wanted in Red Bank, Chattanooga, and Marion County. In my opinion, Sisk got exactly what he deserved from the Good Samaritan. It's important to note that the Good Samaritan who shot Sisk did not go looking for a fight in some premeditated act of vigilantism because he had a gun. The police report clearly states that the Good Samaritan only shot Sisk when he felt his life was threatened. All too often, the mainstream media likes to portray law-abiding gun owners as irresponsible trigger-happy nuts. That is not the case at all in the majority of self-defense shootings, and clearly wasn't in this case. Once again, the Second Amendment pulls its own weight, and a violent criminal is behind bars because of one man's act of bravery.